If you were in elementary school between the years of 1988 and 2012, chances are you took the Presidential Physical Fitness Test. You know that crazy day once a year where the teachers canceled normal PE classes and instead took you into the gym and had you do push-ups, sit-ups, and a shuttle run? Those were the days. There were some exercises that we liked and did well in, and others that we dreaded. The sit and reach. Nevertheless, I have to acknowledge that back in 5th grade, I was a lot more naturally fit than I am now. And don't get me wrong, I work out. But back in the day, we didn't even have to work out. We just played on the playground all day, and somehow, once a year, we could pull off 20 push-ups. Go figure. I am back here today to figure out if I am currently fitter than a 5th grader. The Presidential Physical Fitness Test had 5 main categories: the push-up or pull-up, the V-sit and reach, the curl-up, the shuttle run, and the mile run. And there was a chart that determined how well each boy or girl of a certain age bracket might do in certain activities. So for the purposes of today's exercise, I'll be focusing on the 10-year-old girl and equating that with a 5th grader. Let's get started. So I'll be honest, the exercise that I am most dreading is the push-up. And that's because I tend to focus more on cardio, whether it be running or biking, and push-ups and pull-ups are not really my thing. So my goal for today is to do 20, but honestly, we'll just see how far we get. Okay, so for that exercise, I got an official 14 push-ups out of 20. So, not fitter than a 5th grader. Let's see if the next exercise is any better. For the abdominal exercise, I had 2 options, either a full curl-up / sit-up or a partial curl-up. The full looks something like this. But since I have a bad back, I'm going to go with the partial option. This one, instead of going for X amount in 1 minute, you're just supposed to do as many as you can do in any amount of time, but you have to stick with the beat and not take any breaks. Yes! Better than a 5th grader! So if I counted right, I got 40 partial curl-ups, and the 5th grader was supposed to get 33 partial curl-ups. So yay! Moving on to the 3rd event of the day. So the next exercise I'll be working on is the shuttle run. So I've already marked out 30 feet in length, and what I'm going to do is run to the end, pick up an eraser, come back, go back out, pick up another eraser, come back. And there's a specific time, I think it's 10.8 seconds that a 10-year-old needs to do that in. So for today, I think you remember back from your elementary school days, you're supposed to use like a dry erase board eraser, but I only have 1 of those, so I also have a real eraser. So I'm going to use this for the exercise.
Ready, set, go.
All right, so I got that first run in 10.47 seconds, which is just enough. Technically, the 10-year-old needs to run it in 10.8. But I really want to get just an even 10 seconds, so we're going to do it one more time.
Ready, set, go.
Okay, now I can see why you normally do this in a gymnasium with a hardwood floor. Grass is insane. I kept slipping on that step. I tried a total of 3 times, and the second time I just failed. Third time, I was still falling all over the place. So we're gonna stick with the original 10.47 seconds. That's good enough for now. You know what? I take it back. I mentioned earlier that push-ups might be my least favorite activity, but actually, it's probably the V sit and reach. I always thought I was a fairly flexible person until this exercise once a year, and I realized I was not. And I don't think too much will have changed for the better over the past few years. So today, I'm gonna give it my best shot. Oh man, I knew that was gonna be a bit of a challenge for me, but I got 4 inches. 4 inches is not bad from my perspective. I was supposed to get 6, but this will do for now. Yeah, this ruler is my nemesis though. Look at that thing. It's just staring at me saying, why can't you reach further? So the final event of this fitness test is the 1 mile run. And we're done! Woo! I'm excited to be done. So the 10-year-old girl is supposed to run this in 9 minutes and 19 seconds to qualify. I believe I can do that. Normally, I don't run a 1 mile run at a time. I normally do a little longer, so I'm not sure what my 1 mile pace is. So we'll see in just a minute if I'm as fit as a 5th grader. Okay, so I finished that mile in 8 minutes and 10 seconds, which I'm pretty excited about because I normally don't run the 1 mile distance, so I wasn't sure how fast I could actually do it in. And yes, I do realize that beating a 10-year-old's time is nothing really to be proud of, but you know what? I gotta be excited about something today. The push-ups were so great, but the mile was on point. Yes! So, was I fitter than a 5th grader? Let's check out the numbers. Under the push-up category, didn't quite make it, but the curl-ups were a definite improvement. The V-sit and reach was only 4 inches, a few inches shy of the 6, but for the shuttle run and mile run, definitely was fitter than a 5th grader. So we can see 3 out of 5 events, not too bad, but I do know that I want to practice a little more on those push-ups. Maybe over the coming weeks and months I can actually get up to that 20. So the question of the day is, are you fitter than a 5th grader? And if not, what are the areas where you'd most like to improve? Let me know in the comments below. Press like if you like this video and subscribe below for more on how we can continue to improve our personal best every day. Bye guys.